Your account shows $94. It's the 28th of the month, 3 days before payday. Not an emergency. You stopped calling it an emergency around the 6th time it happened. Now it's just the 28th. A date with its own specific texture. The careful coffee decision, the packed lunch, the mild but persistent awareness running underneath every transaction for the next 72 hours that the margin is thin and the payday is 3 days away. You've managed this before. You'll manage it again. The $94 will become $2,400 on the 31st, and by the 8th it will be moving in the familiar direction, and by the 22nd the familiar calculation will begin, and by the 28th the account will show something in the vicinity of $94 again. This has happened every month for 4 years. You've stopped being surprised by it. $94 on the 28th isn't a crisis, it's a calendar. And the fact that you've learned to manage 3 days on $94 with the calm efficiency of someone who has done it before, that calm is the most expensive habit you've ever developed. Here is the thing most people believe about living paycheck to paycheck, that it is a low-income problem. That the people managing 3 days on $94 are the people earning too little to build any margin. That the solution is a higher salary and the absence of a higher salary is the cause. Here is what the data actually shows. 49% of Americans earning over $100,000 annually report living paycheck to paycheck, not managing, living. The $94 on the 28th doesn't belong exclusively to the $38,000 salary. It visits the $54,000 salary and the $78,000 salary and the $102,000 salary with the same monthly reliability. Because paycheck to paycheck is not an income problem. It is a structural problem. Your income arrives. Your expenses and lifestyle consume it entirely before it can build anything. The gap between what you earn and what you keep is zero, and a zero gap, regardless of the income producing it, builds nothing. Not a buffer, not an investment, not any structural change in the financial position that the next month's payday resets. Your salary grew from $36,000 to $54,000 over 4 years. Your account on the 28th still shows $94. Not because you're bad with money, not because the raises were insufficient. Because the lifestyle adjusted to receive every raise with the automatic, effortless precision of a system that has never been interrupted. Your salary grew by $18,000 over 4 years. Your account on the 28th still shows $94. That is not a coincidence. That is a system running exactly as designed, and you didn't design it. Here are the 3 specific mechanisms keeping your account at $94 every 28th, regardless of what your salary does. The first is lifestyle inflation. Every raise you received over 4 years was absorbed by your lifestyle within 90 days of arriving. The apartment upgrade when the $42,000 became $48,000. The car payment when the $48,000 became $52,000. The dining and subscription and convenience spending that quietly expanded to match the new income before you had the chance to redirect any of it. The raise arrived as income. It departed as lifestyle. Your gap stayed zero. The second is emotional spending. Approximately $340 leaves your account every month in decisions made between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. on weekdays, the food delivery on the difficult Wednesday, the purchase that improved a difficult evening at a cost that never improved your financial position, each transaction individually reasonable. Collectively $4,080 annually leaving your account in 4-second decisions that produce temporary relief and permanent cost. The third is the absence of automated structure. Your money arrives in your account and sits in your spending environment until it is spent. There is no mechanism pulling any portion of it away from consumption before the month begins. No automated transfer, no structural separation between what you have and what you spend. Everything that arrives is available to spend. And available money in a life without automated structure gets spent. None of these feel like financial decisions in the moment. They feel like Tuesday. But Tuesday running for 48 months is why the salary grew, and the 28th stayed the same. Here are the 3 structural changes. 1 payday, 11 minutes. The first, on your next payday, before your account becomes available to spend, an automated transfer of $400 moves to a separate investment account with no debit card attached. Not saved after the month. Moved before the month begins. The $400 is no longer in your spending environment. It does not exist as available money. It exists in a different container, building at a 9% average annual return, compounding towards $62,000 over 10 years from this single structural decision. The second, your subscriptions. Every recurring charge running in the background of your financial life, the streaming service used occasionally, the app renewed automatically, the membership maintained by inertia rather than active use. You cancel 3, the total recovered, $127 monthly, $1,524 annually, freed in 11 minutes without a meaningful reduction in your daily quality of life. The third, a $1,000 buffer account, built over the next 5 months from the $127 freed by canceled subscriptions, plus the natural surplus the structural fix begins to create. This account has one function, converting every unexpected cost from a financial crisis into a financial inconvenience. The $800 car repair that would previously have gone on your credit card at 19% annual interest now comes from the buffer, gets replenished over 6 weeks, and costs you nothing in interest. 3 changes. 1 payday, the $400 automated removes the raw material from your consumption environment before your lifestyle can claim it. The $127 freed removes the passive drain. The $1,000 buffer removes the crisis mechanism that has been sending you back to zero. $400 automated on payday doesn't feel like the end of the cycle. It feels like $400 missing. But $400 at 9% over 10 years is $62,000, a number that has never appeared in your financial history. The 28th arrives 1 month later. Your account shows $847. Not wealthy, not financially free, not a number worth posting or celebrating publicly, just $847 sitting in your account on the 28th with the quiet, almost disorienting absence of the countdown. No careful coffee decision, no packed lunch calculated against 72 hours of margin, no mild, persistent background awareness running underneath every transaction for the next 3 days. Just $847. And 3 days until payday that don't require management. You sit with this for longer than you expected to, because the $847 isn't just a number. It is the first counter evidence against a story that has been running in your financial life for 4 years. The story that says this is where you end up, that the 28th is a calendar rather than a choice, that $94 is the predictable and essentially permanent outcome of a life at your income level. The $847 says otherwise, quietly, without announcement, with the specific structural certainty of a number produced by a mechanism rather than luck, by the $400 automated on payday, the $127 freed from canceled subscriptions, the month that ran differently because the architecture was different. The cycle hasn't paused, it has broken, and the proof is $847 where $94 used to be. $847 on the 28th doesn't change your financial life. It changes your understanding of what your financial life is allowed to feel like. And once you've felt a 28th without the countdown, the $94 version becomes a choice you can see clearly. Here's the layer underneath the mechanics that the structural fix addresses at the surface but doesn't fully reach. Growing up in a household where money was always slightly less than enough leaves a specific financial imprint, not through instruction, through atmosphere, through the way certain conversations changed when a bill arrived, through the way financial stress was managed through small purchases that provided temporary relief at permanent cost, through the way the end of the month carried a particular weight that you absorbed before you were old enough to name it. That imprint is now running in your own financial life. The $340 monthly emotional spending isn't random. It follows the pattern of a nervous system that learned to associate financial stress with the need for immediate relief and learned that small purchases provide that relief in the short term, regardless of their long-term cost. The paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is partly mechanical, the lifestyle inflation, the absent automation, the zero gap. And it is partly psychological, the inherited financial behavior running underneath the mechanics, producing the same outcome regardless of what the income does. The structural fix stops the $94. 3 automated decisions, 1 payday, the architecture of a financial life that no longer resets every month. But the story underneath the $94, the one that says this is your financial reality, that building is for other people with different starting points, that the margin has always been thin and probably always will be, that story requires something the automated transfer cannot reach. It requires the accumulation of counter-evidence. Every month the 28th arrives differently. Every month the story gets slightly harder to maintain. The structural fix stops the $94. The story underneath the $94, the most expensive thing in your financial life, requires a different kind of work to rewrite. 6 months after your structural fix, your buffer account holds $1,000, built from the $127 freed by canceled subscriptions across 5 months, plus the natural surplus the restructured cash flow began producing. It has already been used once, a $340 car repair in month 3 that arrived with the specific reliable timing of unexpected costs and was absorbed without a credit card, without interest, without the reset that would previously have sent your account back toward $94 before the month was half finished. Your investment account holds $2,600. 6 months of $400 automated transfers compounding at 9%, building toward $62,000 over the next decade without further structural change from you. The 28th of every month for 6 consecutive months has arrived with more than $700 in your account. Not once has it shown $94. Not once has the 3-day countdown begun. The subscriptions you canceled in month 1 have not been missed in any meaningful way. The $127 they were consuming monthly, $762 across 6 months, never returned to your lifestyle because the automated structure prevented the space they left from being absorbed by replacement spending. Your cycle hasn't paused, it hasn't slowed, it has ended, structurally, mechanically, in the specific way that systems end when their architecture changes rather than when their participants try harder. $2,600 in your investment account isn't financial freedom, but it's the first $2,600 in your financial history that exists entirely outside the paycheck-to-paycheck equation. Here is what stopping the cycle actually returns to you, not the $62,000 that arrives in 10 years and matters enormously and is not the most immediate prize, not the $847 on the 28th that matters deeply and is not the whole story either. What stopping returns to you is the portion of your mind that has been permanently allocated to managing 3 days on $94. Financial anxiety is not a dramatic experience. It doesn't announce itself. It runs in the background of your consciousness as a low-grade, persistent preoccupation, calculating, monitoring, adjusting, managing the arithmetic of a life operating on thin margins. It occupies cognitive bandwidth that you have forgotten you are spending because you have been spending it continuously for 4 years. When the 28th arrives with $847 instead of $94, that bandwidth becomes available for the first time. The background calculation stops running. The persistent preoccupation quiets. The decisions you make about everything, not just money, but work, relationships, creativity, the direction of your attention, get made from a different cognitive position, clearer, less reactive, more yours. This is the prize that doesn't appear in any compound interest calculator, the recovery of your own mind from the specific, invisible, continuous tax of financial scarcity thinking. Stopping the cycle doesn't just free your money. It frees the portion of your mind that has been managing 3 days on $94. And that capacity, recovered, is worth more than the $400 that started the whole thing. Go back to the 28th. Your account showing $94. 3 days until payday. The specific, familiar monthly countdown that has governed 4 years of your financial life with the reliability of something that stopped being a crisis and became a calendar. Here is the reframe that changes what the 28th actually is. Not a reflection of your income, not evidence of your financial character, not the inevitable outcome of a life at your salary level. A structural result produced by a system running without interruption, consuming every raise before it could build anything, resetting your account to the same number every month with the mechanical precision of a process that was never designed to do anything else. Structures can be changed, not through trying harder, through building differently. 3 automated decisions on a single payday produce a different 28th the following month. Not a dramatically different 28th. $847 instead of $94. But $847 instead of $94 is a 28th without a countdown. A 28th that doesn't require management. A 28th that carries none of the specific, familiar, exhausting weight that you've been calling normal for 4 years. And that different 28th experienced once cannot be unexperienced. The $94 version becomes visible as a choice in a way it never was before, because now you have felt the alternative, and the alternative was produced not by luck or by an exceptional income event or by circumstances aligning in your favor, but by 11 minutes on a payday and 3 automated decisions that change the architecture. If you are watching this from your own 28th right now, account showing something in the vicinity of $94, 3 days until the reset, the countdown running with its familiar quiet efficiency, your next payday is the structural turning point. Not because the salary changes, not because the circumstances align, because you implement the 3 changes before the next paycheck arrives and the following 28th produces a different number. $400 automated before the month begins. 3 subscriptions canceled. A buffer account receiving the freed $127 until it holds $1,000. 11 minutes. 1 payday. The 28th after that will be different. The 28th doesn't have to be a countdown. It was never supposed to be a countdown. The $94 isn't your personality, it's your structure. And structures can be changed on a single payday with 3 decisions that take 11 minutes to make and a decade to fully compound. Your next payday is the last one that produces the same 28th. The only question is whether you make the 3 decisions or manage 3 more days on $94 and call it normal for 1 more month.